The world has got real weird. How are you doing? There are so many really struggling. There are many people unwilling to face their truth, and that's what's really happening. Spirit's doing it for you. What are you going to do? Seek help here and there. Did you know there's a really cool event? Raise the Vibe Fair. Raise the vibe. Raise the vibe. Raise the vibe. Raise the vibe. How do we do this? Well, we have some fun. We create some play. We have some hats. We have some fun ties, and we play some fun guitar. And we laugh. And we go a little crazy sometimes. Because we have to break out of these cycles of psychosis. That's what a lot of society seems to be, is stuck in this weird ass psychosis. It's all based in illusion. You go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, TikTok, you name the social media, it's all illusion. Everybody posts all the good stuff, all the love and light. Did you know we exist in duality? What happens to that darkness that everybody is shutting down? Well, it comes out in really dark ways. Look at what's happening in the Ukraine. Look at what happened in the 40s in Germany. Diving into this darkness, which we're all individually responsible for, is to dive into your own darkness. And the darkness is just things you don't know about yourself. Doesn't mean bad. It's just things you don't know. And how we find ourselves in these darknesses and these dark nights of soul is we're cracking open and cracking open and cracking open our hearts. Because that is how we shift our perspectives to have awakenings. That's what awakening is awakening to your own truth and your new truth. And this world is madness if you take it as a whole. But if everybody would be responsible and live their truth and be true to themselves, what a good world this would be. But no, we still have competition. We still have jealousy. We still have anger. We still have hate. We still have separation. And that is not okay. There's different communities and different vibrations. That's what a community is. It's a certain vibration. When you have a group of friends, you're in the same vibration. And there's all these groups, and even though you're not necessarily in a certain group, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that. It's just a simple matter of vibration, and we're all connected. Every vibration needs to be here because we're all connected. And that's why you have people that do very harmful things. And that's why you have people that do very good things. I've said this before in a few videos right now. whatever you want to call it, it's a battle of the soul, your spirit. What are you? How are you portraying yourself? Are you playing the role you're meant to be in this lifetime? That's what this world is pushing you into with the coronavirus, with all these things that cause separation and fear. And when that fear goes down, different fear has to rise up, because that's a balance and that's the battle. And it's like this giant fractal of consciousness, because it starts, and I envision the best way I can describe this is like, up above the earth, we have these beings that are battling for the human, because humans are pretty cool, got emotions. Emotions are powerful. We're just, in America anyways, we're not taught how to use them and how to recognize them and how to be okay with them. When somebody's crying, oh, stop crying, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Encourage somebody to let it out. When you're uncomfortable with somebody else's emotions, you're uncomfortable with your own emotions. We are all the same. We are all connected. It's only when we feel separated is when we harm another. Because if we're not feeling that separation, why would you hurt another person? Because you see them then as yourself. But wait a minute. We are very harmful to ourselves because we're not living our truth. And again, we cycle back into that whole spiral of coronavirus pushing everybody indoors, inside themselves. Some really choose that fear path. And others choose to not be in that fear path. It is a complete different consciousness, and you can see that and experience that and feel that. How many relationships have broken apart in all of this? And it's not a bad thing. It's not. Because when you know yourself and when you're friends with yourself and connected to self, you're connected to everybody. So when that dissonance happens, you can recognize it and say, oh, okay. We're just not in the same vibration anymore. There's no hard feelings. I love you. And should the vibrations come back together, they come back together and that relationship comes back. But it all starts with self. And these dark nights of soul that we're all going through, because everybody's being forced inside themselves and really going through some shit. If you're empathic at all, you're picking it up from the world also. But as an empath, that's a superpower too, because it's also part responsibility in a way, because you're helping transmute. You are the alchemist in this lifetime. You've been chosen. You're an alchemist in this lifetime, in order to transmute all those weird vibrations and all that funky stuff into something that's good. But that only comes from knowing yourself, and knowing yourself, you be comfortable with yourself. And I wish everybody self-reflection, myself included, I'm constantly asking myself, am I doing the right thing? Am I being the right way? Always. And there's some days that I'm not. And the justification I can say for that is I'm human too. We're all human. So when somebody is having a really rough time, don't shut them out. Hold sacred space for them. Ask them, how can I best support you? Muskie supports me all the time. She's my best friend. We've been together for a while. About 10 years. And 10 years ago, I had a major awakening of my own when I came out. And that was such a wild time. And of course, there was a lot of tumultuous things that came out of that. And the greatest awakening, in my experience, because that was hard. That took more courage than I could ever express to walk that path. And then in a few years to walk another path and awaken into doing this kind of work, making these videos. I was with somebody 4 or 5 years ago, and those memories keep coming up. And that was such a wonderful time. Looking back now, there was so much awakening in that too. But that awakening came without pain, without a lot of pain anyways, compared to some of the other things that have happened in life. And the past 3 years have been really weird. That's been a whole new awakening, because that involved coming into the energy work and the spirituality in full force as a full understanding. I've always been spiritual looking back. Always been connected with Creator. Always been connected with Creator through nature. And having that understanding. And so now I'm coming into new awakenings, and I had a lot of realizations. And I'm grateful to the universe for these experiences, because they're only helping me become more of myself. Digging deeper, digging deeper, and digging deeper. And I know what I choose, and I know what I am, and I know who I am. And I intend to bring inspiration and joy and love and light and laughter to people. I'll go through that dark shit. That's okay. I got swords for that. I got the warrior spirit for that, because that's just who I am, to walk through that fucking darkness, because I know that's where the light is born, and I know that's what I am, is light. How do you feel inside? What do you feel about yourself? Do you still question that? There's so many people out there in the interwebs and that social media being rude, because we're so disconnected, we're so separated. When we're separated from self, we are separated from the Creator, from Source, from Spirit, whatever term you want to use it. God, if you will. When we're disconnected from that, we're disconnected from ourselves, we're disconnected from others, we're going to hurt others, and that's what's happening overseas in Russia and the Ukraine. And also right here in town, in this town, in other towns, everywhere around you. And that's not okay. So how to get to that point of connection? It takes some real honesty and self-reflection. And sometimes it takes looking in that mirror throughout the day and saying, you are awesome, you are amazing, I love you. How many times do you look in the mirror and say, I love you? How many times do you give yourself that love that you keep trying or thinking to give everybody else? That's a great first step. And sometimes when we're in these deep, dark holes, we need help. That's what our friends are for. That's what people that do this kind of work are for. And I'm ever grateful to the Great Spirit for bringing me the perfect people into my life always. Always. It's never failed, and it never will. And times can get scary, and times can get anxious, and times can get terrifying. But always having that faith that things always get better, because if there's a down, there's always an up. We exist in duality. So acknowledge your darkness. Darkness is not evil. Darkness is things unknown. When you're in the dark about something, it's unknown to you. And we all have those parts inside that aren't so welcome and are harmful. But we can take those parts inside and love them. Because when we integrate them, they're not harmful anymore. Confront those inner demons. Name them, love them, or tell them to walk away and separate yourself from them. We can even do a hypnosis to do that. So, thank you so much for listening, and I really hope that you're doing okay. I know there's a lot struggling right now. But please reach out. I just added some distance services to my website too, and I'll be adding some more. And there's, I don't want to say the changes, but there are changes coming, and I'm really excited for those, because it just increases the offerings and the service that I can provide, because that only comes from knowing myself. I'm not doing this business because a few years ago I was like, hey, I just want to get into spiritual work and do all this stuff. Hell no. I'm doing it because simply this is exactly where spirit is led, and I've chosen to follow my heart and be really, really brave. So let me help inspire you to be really, really, really brave in your life and to live your best life, whatever that looks like. If it doesn't bring you joy, pitch it. Pitch it. That's what's happening now with these dark nights of soul. The universe is telling you something's not working, something's not working, something's not working. Hey, I'm going to drive you down, 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 down inside your psyche so feckin' deep that you're going to find it through that awakening. But man, it can absolutely feel like and be hell, what one would describe as hell. So reach out. There are people to help. Okay, some of the services that I can help you with, I can help you with counseling. I can help you with advisory. I'm not a therapist, spiritual counselor. I'm also a minister, believe it or not, because I didn't believe that when I first did that. And to me, that is a source of honor and pride. And working with these amazing, amazing spirit guides, friends, and helpers. And getting to know yourself, getting to know myself through all of that. I also offer Reiki services. And I also offer shamanic healing services. And these can really, really get that light lined back up for you. There's so much healing that takes place in those. Gets rid of attachments, gets rid of dark energy, relieves you from bonds from past lives. There's an untold number of things that can happen in a shamanic session. And that is a path that my soul has. That's all I know. Because I love the work. And it's not work for me. I love doing it. Let me help you. If you don't resonate with me, call somebody else. That's okay. Again, there's no competition. We're all here to help each other. Especially those light workers. I kind of get funny about that term because to me it's kind of silly. It's like, we're not working the light. We're just light beings. And we're being really brave and courageous because normally ones that go through all of the traumas and all of those things in order to alchemize and to bring about the good and then to choose and to follow your passion and to help others, that's what it's all about. Light masters. You're a master of light. Here to help awaken the others. There's so many that need help right now through this darkness. So be that light. Be that light in your own life. So follow me. Check out Raise the Vibe Fair. Okay? I'm still looking for a few vendors. Surprisingly, there's been some that have fallen off, which I'm not quite sure what's going on. Maybe Dark Night of Soul. I don't know. I do this simply to bring these people together for healing communities. That's all. It's not necessarily a business of mine. I just like bringing the people together for the healing. My businesses are Magic Hands Reiki and Angels of Awin. So magichandsreiki.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. Follow me on YouTube here. I'm going to be posting this, of course, on YouTube. So please subscribe, share the word. If you like me, share me with others. I love followers. Well, not exactly like that. I'm here to inspire. So let me help you inspire. This is my passion. Help me. Help me out. I'm asking you for your help and support. And I'm also on, TikTok. I got a thing, but haven't really done a lot with that yet. Raise the Vibe Fair. That's on Facebook, Instagram. And there's also 2 pages available on magichandsreiki.com/Raise the Vibe Fair. Angels of Awin, and that's ANGELSOFAWYN.com/Raise the Vibe Fair. And so we have a great selection of vendors already. I'm so excited for this fair. It's on March 27th at the Holiday Inn in Stevens Point. Holiday Inn and Convention Center. And it is an absolutely fantastic, marvelous, high-vibing, awesome time. So I'm really excited for that. And I'm just really excited for a lot of things coming up because I've choose to really work on self and really connect with my guides. And boy, does that help. I'm so grateful for everything I've learned so far so I can help myself, so I can help you, because that's what we're all about. And to spread the love, because when you love yourself, that's the only possible way that you can love others. Recognize that. I wish you self-reflection if you're harmful. I love y'all. Have a fantastic, fantastic day.